So I just made a small project for you in the morning.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you so much. That was very kind of you.
Because I wanted to start from extreme scratch. So so you know how to record. So I thought, okay, recording.
Yeah.
Let's leave the recording. Let's come to the project. So this is loop number 1. Guitar. All right. So what I do always is I always have one track for recording, right? This track is always there for recording and editing. Why editing? Because in my case, even though my PC is fast enough, but still there is either latency or there is advancy. Okay? So latent, yeah. So you can actually, yep. Yep. Is it here? Yeah. So this is the patch from where you can control your latency. Okay.
Okay.
Input manual offset. From here you can control your latency. So the best way of doing that is okay. I can teach you how to do it. One way to see if you have latency is doing this. Okay, that was a clap track.
Oh,
okay, now I will play the clap track at the full volume possible and try to record the same clap in the same audio, right?
Okay.
Okay. So
okay.
Now, you know what I'm doing here?
No.
Action. So after recording, the audio might be very low, right? So, and there's lots of headroom. So one easy feature in Reaper is you double click on the track, left click and you normalize. It will increase the volume according to the headroom limit.
Oh, okay.
That's a really cool and really easy feature. So now if I zoom in, now you can see my later track is actually advancing instead of latency. Right. That is because I have kept it like that.
Okay.
It's from there where you can set the latency ness. So how do you know how much latency is there? There's an FX for it, built-in FX.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
It's something like delay option, right?
Latency is like if I'm doing a click track 1, 2, 3, 4, but even though I'm playing exactly on the 1, it is playing somewhere between 1 and 2. This happens because of your performance of your PC, also the performance of your audio interface and all. Is it this one? Yep. So what you have to do, you have to solo this one and do a ping touch. Okay. You have to give the output and inputs. So now it's taking the voice from my inbuilt microphone. I will ping it now. Okay. So now this is the figure of my latency. This figure.
Okay.
Right. So now it's telling me the system is having this much latency. So what will you do? You will take the cord. Okay. Take the jack, put it in output, and the other jack into the input.
Okay.
Right, that will create the feedback.
Right.
Do not click the record button or it will damage your audio interface. Okay. When you are doing this, don't click the record button.
Okay.
Okay. Right. And use this on the FX chain. Reinsert.
Okay.
Give it the hardware output and the hardware input, and ping it. Take this number, copy it, go to preferences, recording, input manual offset. You can put it here in the positive section. Right? That's how you can control your latency, or you can do it manually also. If you want to do it manually, like 740, 750, 760, you can do that also. So that's gone.
So, one doubt. So, the same jack, I take the input-output part of it, put it inside put it into the input and the output of the same jack into my audio interface.
Yep.
Okay. So that will be like creating a loop and for figuring out the latency.
Yeah, that's why I told you not to hit the record. Yeah, it will damage it will create a loop and it might damage your audio interface.
Right.
Okay, so that's done. So you know how to solo it, right?
Yeah, just click on the button. Solo button.
Control and solo button will unsolo everything.
Oh, okay.
Control plus solo. Okay, now let's say this particular recording is off the chart and I want to manually set it. I want it to start exactly here, right? So I will click it, it will go black, I will use shift and I will drag it.
Oh, okay.
So this is how you manually quantize. Right?
Right, got it.
Okay, and then you know how to trim it, right? Trim it and increase it.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Now there's one more feature called stretching it. Okay, let's solo this and play it. Yeah. Right? So that's trimming, shifting using the control, and then we have a feature stretching. Use alter. When you use alter, it will change into a hand. The cursor will change in your hand, then you can stretch it.
Okay.
Right? This is changing the speed of the audio track and stretching it.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
So these are things I learned very late myself. Even I wonder, ये पहले आता होता अच्छा होता. Right. So that's the main thing. Okay. Let's go into. Okay. So guitar loop number 1 is. So this is this one loop. I have copy pasted 3 times, and then we have this loop. And at last we have a negative loop. Right? So that's the more of a composition part. This is a question. This part is a question. So, and this is the answer. And this is the what do you say, debate. And that's more of a composition thing. All right. So yeah, and in the chorus part, that is the answer, and the debate, I have overdubbed it with a strumming chord, whole chord. So first thing I always do before
Your voice is dimming out.
My voice is dimming out. I will show you how to control that also. Recording.
That's because you're sharing the sound also at the same time and then speaking.
Acha. You see this?
Yeah.
Go to enhancement, disable all sound effects, right? And go to allow so the off it, right? If I scream very loudly, this should go down automatically.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
You have to always keep this off.
Okay, okay.
But I don't know why. Even if I keep it off, it will control it automatically.
Acha, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. Right. That was guitar. Okay. And before mixing, I always do this. I select one of the track, Control A, go here in the black box, master box,
Right. Okay.
and do minus 10 dB.
Oh,
Right. So that will make all my tracks go to minus 10 dB. That will give me a bit more headroom to work with.
oh, okay.
Right. So these two were the guitar track, and then I have a vocal track. So my voice is very high and very pitchy.
Down on the ocean's road,
So I do it twice.
walking on eggshells all day long, walking on the red hot cold. Run, run away from running as a punishment for all the things done for you.
Right. So that is that, and then we have a cello track. For cello, I'm using an instrument, VST instrument, not DSK strings. Right.
Okay. So we have to download all of these separately for Reaper.
Okay, for what you have told me, the kind of music you play, I don't think you might need this. But yeah, all the VST have to be downloaded separately, and then you can use YouTube to learn how to install it on Reaper.
Acha, okay.
Right? There's a file in your C drive, program file into 64 meg. There's a file named Reaper VST plugins. There you have to copy paste the
Oh, okay. All my downloads have to copy.
then copy paste the .dll file. Then you go to preferences. After going to preferences, you will go to where is it? VST. All right, and rescan. This is the part where your VST file is. All you have to do is rescan. Once you do rescan, then you close the Reaper. You on it again.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, got it.
All right, that's how you turn on the VST. So
Wow.
this is the what is the MIDI editing area.
Okay, that is, I actually don't have a MIDI, so I can use the virtual one.
Yeah.
Okay, how did you get to this?
Okay. How do you get it? So one cool thing about Reaper is you don't have to create a different MIDI track. All you have to do normal track, right?
Okay.
Stretch it, select it, मतलब कि और either 2 bar or 4 bar, ठीक है?
Okay, okay.
Click there, insert new MIDI item.
Okay.
Right? Now if I take it to my MIDI area, now I can.
Oh, okay, okay, got it.
I can create chords here.
Okay. Okay, that's how we do it. Okay.
Okay. So that's how you make a chord. Right?
Right, got it.
So you can use that, the MIDI area. The MIDI is used for VST instruments and VST drums. This is my drum.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is my drums. Right? Now programming drum is hard, even for me. So usually what I do, I use a cracked version of, what do you say? Easy Drummer.
Okay, okay.
Right? So Easy Drummer has this cool feature. It has lots of list of pre-recorded drum loops.
Okay.
you can tune it from here.
Or else you have, okay. Or else you have to take each page separately and then program it, or mix it separately. You have to take
Exactly,
each part
This is everything is pre-mixed, pre-recorded. What you can do, either you can take it and keep it here and work over this working area. So so this is pre-recorded, but I can change it. For example, let's say, right,
Okay, the sounds are recorded but not the beat.
the beats are also recorded. This is the beat,
Oh, okay.
right? This is the beat. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this right here inside the track. So my Reaper is not working, only this track is working. Now let's say I don't want the opening hit, right? What I have to do? Stop it.
Oh, okay.
Right? Now the number of times the player is hitting the snare, I don't want it. So currently he's hitting it 38 times. Right? I click the snare and decrease the number of times he's hitting it. I will make it somewhere around 16. Okay? Now I can make it even lower. I can keep it around 8.
Oh,
So let's say I want to increase the number of times he's hitting the side cymbal or top cymbal. So let's say I keep it close to 100 something, right?
you can change the pattern as well, right, over here?
You can either save it here, or you can do even easier stuff, and that is
Okay.
you can drag it in your Reaper. Now you have 100% control. You can do anything you want with it. You can take it, right? And if you want to
Right.
go even micro, instead of doing the 16 beater, you can go 32 beats. Right?
Oh, wow.
This is the grid area.
Right.
Right? For instruments, I use it at 1 or half or quarter. For drums, you can go for 8, 16 beat or 32 beats. Right?
Right. Right.
So this is how you control it from here. You can write new notes. Let's say you want it 4 times. Now you can, right? From here, down here, you control the velocity. So let's say this one. So click on the right click on the note here. So it will select all the note in the section.
Alright.
So this is note. This is I guess top cymbal.
Yeah.
Right? So now I can control the velocity, the speed at which the drummer is hitting my ball
Oh, okay. Okay.
from here.
But that's reducing everything else also, right?
No. At one time I'm reducing all my chop cymbal. This is pure chop cymbal.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Got it.
Bass is here.
Okay. So the levels of each part are shown at the bottom.
Yeah. So the problem is, the only small problem is if 2 notes are on the same point, it will actually make a overlapping here. That's the only problem with it.
Okay.
Right?
But that can't be controlled, right?
What you can do is you can actually hover your mouse over here and control the volume directly from here.
Oh, okay. That's also there.
Right?
Got it.
Even snare you can control.
Got it.
So that's how you can actually make it on your own, or you can use a pre-built one. So that was
Okay.
the drums. This is the cello. for this, I use the same software for recording the violins also.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So that's the number of instrument I'm currently using on this track. Right. I might in future also introduce a keyboard track. Yep. So this is a fader, right? This is a fader,
Yeah.
right? You can control the fader from here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, have you seen this thing?
Yeah.
That's left and right. 100% left, 100% right, 50% right,
Oh.
50% left, and okay. Let's solo it.
Oh,
and
this is where I can do it. Okay.
yeah, only left channel, right? You can see.
Down on the ocean's road, walking on eggshells.
But since I'm listening through the PC, it's coming for both. It's coming as center for me. Unless you plug in through your external sound card, you
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
get that proper.
Exactly.
So, but I get it. But I get that.
Yeah.
I think I'll do that. Yeah. Right.
This is cool. So even this has
Yeah.
some certain rules which kind of instrument is supposed to be shifted 100% left, 100% right, to 50% left, 50% right. That is extremely deep. I will not touch that
Okay.
right now, right?
Okay. But basically, string instruments have to be panned left and right and double.
No. Don't ever use has to be in the world of music. It can be,
Oh, okay.
right? It's always a choice. Always a choice,
Okay.
right?
But I heard basically if you use double tracking for guitars, the quality of
Yeah.
sound and the music sounds better. That's what I heard.
That's true.
So
That's
why
kind
I
of
was
true.
using that. I was using
Especially if you're doing solo, right? If you're playing a solo, it will sound very thin and very unlively. If you double track it, it will sound very nice.
it.
Right. So, left and right. Okay. Now drums done, cello done. Okay. Now guitar. It's DI track, right? What I have done is I played my guitar through my multi effects chain. I have DI'd it to my
Okay.
PC without any effects. So right now what I'm doing, I will put a amplifier in front of it. So this is known as amp simulator, amplifier simulator.
Okay. Okay.
So what I'm using a cheap free version of Bias Amp 2.
Okay.
And in this,
Okay.
yeah, this is extremely heavy. Bias Amp and Easy Drummer. Both these two are the heaviest effects I'm using.
Okay.
Right. Yep. On this track also I will put a Bias Amp. One way of doing it, okay, so let's say this track I want it in bass, I will create a new track. Okay. But first let the Bias Amp load in, right?
Okay.
Okay, Bias Amp is loaded here. Bias Amp might also be loaded here. Yes, cool. So these are all the
Over
amps.
here, on the left, I can have how many ever signal change I want and then shift their order, right?
Yeah, I can shift. Yeah, exactly. You can shift the order.
That's for the particular track over there. The signal change
That particular track.
For the particular.
Yeah, you click on the FX chain, and then you can do anything you want from there. Right. So you wanted
So to
to.
change the order also, the output also changes, right? FX order.
Yeah, obvious. If you put
Right.
EQ before the compression or after the compression, it makes a bit of difference.
Okay.
Everything will make a difference. Everything makes a difference. Right. So okay, then what we are going to do? We will open a side chain. Right. So
Right.
this is my bass track.
Okay.
This is something I used to do early in the days. Okay.
Okay.
I will go to FX, go to the inbuilt Cocos folder. I will do a repitch. Okay, repitch.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay, was it repitch? Reset. Just one more retune is not there. एक second. Revoice. Yep. So both this repitch and revoice can pitch. I can repitch my vocals or repitch my guitar, anything, right? By 1 octave or 2 octave or 3 octave, right? Like that. Yeah, semi octave also, or in any format I want. Right? So how will I use repitch is I will take my guitar track. This is my guitar track. Go to the black box. Now I will add a new send. Right? This is what Sheldon was talking about when he said use side chaining. Side chaining is when you don't want to add the effects on the main track. You don't want the effects on the main track, but you want that sound to come in your master track.
Okay.
That's when you use side chaining. So what I have done, I have created a side chain for this track, right? And if I unplug, so currently no FX is running, and when I play it,
So,
yeah,
okay.
both of them are playing the same thing. In short, this is sending and this is receiving, right? It has automatically created a receive. So this is send and this is receive.
Okay. Okay.
And then there are formats of send and receive. That is post fader. This is fader. Okay. So when you use post fader, post effects. Effects that had been used here will also have its effect on my bass track.
Okay.
That is, it will go through the FX chain, then it will go through the fader, and then it will come to the bass track.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or I can do post fader, pre-fader, but post FX. That will, the audio will go into the FX chain, but will not go in the fader. That is, even if the fader is -10, it will go directly without, it will bypass the fader, go directly to the bass track. That means the full volume will go to the bass track.
Oh, okay. So, let me recap it. Just to understand if I got it correctly. So, I wanted my guitar 01 that we have here to sound as the bass. So what I do, I copy that track, or I copy the track, and I add.
No, don't copy. Just add a new track.
Oh, just add a new track, empty track.
Yeah. A new track.
Okay, so a new empty track, and what I do is, in that empty track, I added the vocal and repitch in that.
One of them. I will teach you how to use this.
Oh, okay. So, and then go back to the guitar amp, and in that send, change this thing, add new send.
Yeah.
On the guitar track.
Anyway, either go to the guitar track and add a new send, or go to the bass track and add a new receive. Any one of them. It will automatically create the vice versa on the other track.
Okay. So it will create over here, but give me the output on that track of the effects that I want.
It will play at both the track now.
Oh, okay, both the tracks. But for the empty track, you take the input from guitar and then send as bass to the empty track.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
You play on both, but it will sound different here, it will sound different here.
Yeah. How to make it different? We have not tested that yet.
Yeah, but at the end it will come on there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, got it.
Right.
I got the idea of it.
Yeah. So currently it's playing the same thing, exactly same thing in both the track. What I will do is I will go to repitch, activate it, and make it 1 octave below. Right?
Okay.
Shift 1 octave below and play it. I can mute this one. Only bass track.
Oh, that's nice.
So this is not a professional way of doing bass, but this is what you can do.
Yeah.
I used to do this a lot of times. Another way is using re-voice, right? So what is re-voice? It will take all the track, turn it into a MIDI signal, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this bass track, insert a MIDI track, right? And C4 is the middle point, always.
Okay.
So if I click on C4 and play this, it will play exactly the same. Acha, it's not on C4. C4. Right? So what
Right.
I'm going to do, I'm going to re-pitch it.
Okay, you're gonna drag it all the way down.
Yeah, to C3. Because I want it 1 octave down, right? The bass is 1 octave down the
Right.
guitar. So what I'm going to do,
Right.
I can go even below. So that's one way of doing it. You can use this trick to create harmonizing in your vocals.
Oh, okay.
Record
So I
one
can
vocal
play
track and use this. Make a chord here. Make a chord here,
Right.
and it will automatically harmonize your voice in a format of a chord. So if you know music theory, it will automatically, you can say that currently you are playing the natural, root, the third and the fifth, right? So that's that.
Right.
So you can use that trick
Nice.
to record bass.
Okay.
But because you're using a microphone, remember it will also pick up the background noise also,
Yeah, that's also the
right? So let me teach you a secret for that also.
What I actually do is I usually close all my doors and windows, switch off the fan, and I record. By the time I finish recording for half an hour, I'm getting sweat.
Let's be frank, even I do the same. I don't even have a microphone. I use this microphone.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh, that sounds great. Yeah.
This audio track has been recorded on this microphone.
Oh, that's nice.
Right.
That sounds clear.
I need to invest a bit and get myself a microphone.
Oh, nice.
Alright.
I mean, I use a normal microphone. What we use in our church is the basic one.
Acha, the handheld one,
That's-
dynamic one.
The handheld one.
Yeah.
I think the name, I forgot. Wait.
Sure, SM58.
No. Sure is a little higher, and I'm calling the lower basic one. I think Ahuja might. I
Ahuja.
use the basic one.
Alright.
So with that, the sound comes pretty good. So close it on that.
Yeah, I guess you can do anything with anything. Alright, so how to remove the background noise. Select a silent area. Right? This silent area has your background noise, but not your voice, right? Loop it. Solo it and play it. So now the background noise is being played, right?
Right.
What I will do, I will go to my FX chain. I will go to the same Reaper. Reaper has inbuilt lots of cool feature, right? I will go to, I guess, this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I will go, FIR, go to subtract and click automatically build noise profile.
Okay.
I will click that, and once I am satisfied that it has recorded my noise profile, I will unclick it. Now
Okay.
my noise is gone. It is subtracting my noise area.
Okay.
So now I don't need to worry about the noise anymore. It's gone.
Okay. So every blank area I have to do that.
No. Only one of the blank area. because the noise inside your room is always going to be the same.
Okay.
Right? Given the fact that you're doing it like this, you are using only one vocal track.
One more.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm doing at a stretch.
Yeah, you're doing at a stretch. If you're doing like this, you're cutting the. I'm sorry. You're cutting the vocal track. पहले इतना record किया, then you recorded this much and all. So what happens now? If I do normalizing here, it will normalize higher than the other one.
Oh.
Right, because currently it is only selecting this one. So what if you're so if you're doing that, let's say you're recording in different layers, okay. So I'm using S to cut it, right? S is used for splitting. So let's say I record it in this format, but I want it all to become one huge track. So it's very easy. All I have to do is right click here, right, render and freeze to the mono stem, the first option. Yep, so it has rendered and freeze to the mono stem, but it will render till the last point of your music, not where you end your singing. I ended my singing at this point, but it will render till the last point of my music.
Okay, as long as the track
is going exactly. Yep. And if you are sending your track to a mixing agent or mixing editor, you have to render it in one track, or he will get confused. So this is how you render it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So I can either cut it or I can like stretch it down. Anyone is okay. Right. Yet again, I can unselect this area, so it will consume less CPU in the areas where there is no audio. Right. So that is done. The bass track is done. The guitar is done now. Vocals. The only two effects I use directly on vocals is the compressor and the EQ.
Okay. I think for vocals that's more than enough.
That's more than enough, yeah. I just
and your voice sounds really good. It's like a rocker's voice. It's very nice.
Bus.
No, seriously, you got it. You got Krishna's lead singer how he sings.
Thanks, man. But it's really high.
Your voice is in that category.
So okay, this is the settings that I have no idea about. Okay, what I do, I just go to the presets. Either use the aggressive vocal or modern vocal. So let's say I'm using aggressive vocal. I will click on this thing, auto makeup volume. It will auto make up my volume. And if it is cracking, I will limit my output. Only if it is cracking. If it's like it is hitting the headroom, it will 0 dB is the headroom. Anything above 0 dB will start cracking on the spot. And if it is cracking, I will limit my output from here. If not, it's okay. Same thing about EQ. So you must have seen people doing this, right? This thing.
Yeah.
Vocal main, right? So they do. What they are doing? They select one point.
Down on the
They decrease it like this. Go to like 0.1.
Walking on the eggshells.
So this, the area that I've increased, I'm just trying to find something that is pinning my ears, some unwanted noise that I don't want on my vocal track, and you try to find that vocal area, that unwanted noise.
Down on the ocean's road.
Let's say this is the point.
Walking on the eggshells all day long.
So that point I will take, and then I will dip it.
Okay.
So now that particular point is gone from my audio. And if I want more area to be covered, I will just drag this bandwidth.
Down on the ocean's road.
If I do it a lot, it will kill my vocals.
Walking on the eggshells.
It sounds more cleaner now.
Yeah.
Walking walking on the
So,
rampart.
I have to argue first, and I'll have to argue from which point, then drag the point to the area where the noise is pitching way beyond what is required, and then drag it. I can choose any point.
Yeah. So what I was doing, I was trying to find a noisy area,
Okay.
an unwanted voice that in my vocals that I didn't want in my vocals, right? You try to find it and then you dip it.
Okay. I can use even number 6 to find that, and I'll do it.
Yeah. Either you can do it from
But
here
this,
or you can do it like this.
okay. No, these points no, on the graph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
So what are those points? What are those points?
These are just what is it, points for you. Like this is basic 11 pattern. The default is 4-1.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to add a new band of voice, you have to click here, add band. So there is 5,
Okay.
6.
Okay. This I'm creating reference points on the vocal track.
You are creating a reference point on the EQ area
EQ area for the vocal track.
for the vocal track because it's currently on the FX section of the vocal now.
Okay.
Main vocal FX track 8 main vocals. Right.
Got it.
Huh. Well, I don't go that deep. What I do is I click on 1, do a high pass, click on 4, do a low pass,
Okay.
and if I want I can drag it further or below, right? Even in this case.
Okay.
So
That part covers the range of your vocal. Like this is the length of your vocal track. This EQ band where you're reducing or lowering, it covers the area of the
exactly.
of your vocal track.
anything lower than this will be subtracted, anything higher than this will be subtracted.
Anywhere in the vocal track.
Anywhere in the vocal track. Yep.
Okay.
So if I play something for you.
What I have not ever done to you.
Part that is coming from here is been subtracted very nicely.
Yeah.
But there is no bass in my voice, so this is like aesthetic as of now.
Okay.
Right? I can go back to default, I can high pass it. Even if you don't use the drop down list, you can just drag it to 0.
Okay.
So that's that. Now this is my okay. Now let's sidechain the guitar with FX. Alright. So the real music that I had in my voice, but na 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 na. This is na na na. I want a repetition, a slight musical repetition to it. What I will do, I will create a new track. I will name it delay. Okay.
Okay.
I will put a Reaper ka delay inbuilt. Cool. Now Reaper has this cool thing. Even if you don't know anything about musical timing, you can directly use the 1/8 divider. So just like in the instrumental track, you do understand this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So in the same way, 8 notice 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 16 notice 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So I can,
Right.
what Reaper will do, Reaper will take the BPM from here,
Okay.
right? You know how to use this, right?
Right. Yeah.
You can increase it or you can decrease it, beats per minute.
Yeah.
And also take the beats from here. This particular track is in 3/4. Usually Reaper sets itself in 4/4. And then the inbuilt Reaper's delay will automatically set the delay according to the need, So if I keep it 1/8, right? I can keep it from 8/8, 5/8 or 4/8, that is half beat. 2/8, that is quarter beat. 1/8 is 1/8 beat. And let's see
So you
now.
go to that particular note in the bar, and then you will create a delay for that.
It will create delay for that. So 1/8 is very fast. Na. So right, it goes like this. Acha. I still haven't created a receive or a send. I will come here, add a new receive, guitar 01. You can hear the delay, right? Now, feedback. How many times do you want the delay to come? So feedback will decrease the delay every time it hits. So here I am going to put minus 5 dB. So now you will be able to hear it more number of times.
Just a quick question, at the 1/8 note, right, when you put 1, so the last note in that particular bar, only for that particular note it's creating a delay.
No. It is creating everything, but obviously you can hear the last note only because that is the one that is higher at that point.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. But if you create only another extra note to sound as a delay, to put number 1 and 1/8, correct?
No, 1/8 is only doing the division of the sound. So it is dividing 130, it is calculating 130 BPM. So it is taking this this one bar and dividing it into 1/8 note.
Okay.
So if I do 2/8, it will play the delay a bit later and it will sound a bit more musical.
Okay, got it. Okay. I got it.
4/8 is the middle point.
This has more effects and more things.
It is later. It is going late.
Yeah.
So if I do 8/8, right, that's one whole bar. So very far matlab ki it
It will
will,
come after one whole bar.
yeah, one whole bar it will skip, right? So what I want you to do, experiment this number and experiment with this number,
Right.
these two area. In the same way, I will create a reverb track.
Right.
Add a reverb, create a synth, and only for reverb I ask you to download this particular FX. The inbuilt reverb is also cool, but I like this one. I've seen it is, and this is free. Even Sheldon uses it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it has
Okay.
reverb, small room, medium room, Raj, and massive room, right? So what I do is, either I do this, I will directly receive the track here, or what I do, I receive the track from the delay track. So first the guitar is going to my delay track and then to my reverb track,
Oh, okay.
right?
Okay.
So that that will overload my reverb track and it will sound more nice.
Nice. So I can create a side chain and have as many as receiving to that side chain as I want.
Exactly. So that was the next point. In case of reverb, what I do, I receive everything. My bass track,
Acha.
my main vocal.
So you create a reverb for all the instruments.
So this will create the reverb for all the instrument. And why do I do that is, now when I play my master will sound like all the instruments were actually played in the same room.
Okay.
That's the only reason I do it. And secondly, you can create a synthy or a space noise using this particular reverb. This extreme reverb. You take it down 10 dB.
Down on the ocean's ground, walking on the eggshells all day long, walking on the red boat coast. Run away from me as I burn as a punishment
Right? So that's that. Then I will use the faders to set the volume to mix my track. The reverb is still going.
Right.
The reverb is still going. That's the space reverb.
So I can control the volume and intensity of the space sound also, right?
Yeah. So if I decrease the volume from here, remember I'm using the post effects and post fader. So that will also decrease this time, the amount of reverb I'm sending to the reverb track also.
Right. Okay.
And then let's say there is
That's why
a,
you're doing the mixing and all.
yeah, this is the next step while you're doing the mixing and all. I have no idea about mixing. What I do, for example, like people don't use this. Like I use my keyboard to do it. People will actually use the fader. They will listen to it slowly. They will use the fader. मेरे पास इतना टाइम नहीं है. सिर्फ 2 दिन मिलता है वीकेंड का, तो मैं जल्दी सब काम करता हूँ. So I do this -10 dB and then I will like check कि last track में कैसा लग रहा है. So this is my whole effects change. This is how I do it. And in the last, what I do once I am satisfied, I will come here, go to all plugins, write master, M-A-S-T-E-R. So there is one inbuilt master limiter,
Okay.
right? And this is what is done in the final chain. First you do editing, that is done by you. Then you send the whole track to a mixing artist who will mix it according to the volume. Then the mixing artist will send it to the master engineer who will do mastering. So what he technically does is he keeps all the track with the same volume, push it up as much as possible. So this master inbuilt master effects does the same thing. So you do it on the master chain, obviously.
Okay.
You go to master chain, you do master limiter. Now it will automatically increase the volume till the point it doesn't break.
Okay.
Right? If you have to go creative, you can use the EQ wala, the normal. Clear the filter. The normal, EQ nahi, the compressor that we're using, and the last two one. These are the master glue and the master bus. These two does the same thing.
Okay.
Right? These two also does the same thing. It will the mastering is nothing but increasing all the volumes to a point it doesn't break.
So basically bringing the levels equally, making them equal.
Yeah. So what compression and mastering does is this area is very silent, right? And this is very loud. Mastering will make it all in the same area, at the same place. Right? That's how you control it.
Right.
And that helps you control the volume and keep everything at the same place. So if you're singing very low, you might lose yourself in the mix later.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why they ask you to sing confidently and loud enough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I guess that's done. You're ready.
Yeah. I have one last question. Can I ask you if you have
Go
time?
for it. Go, ask me 100 questions.
So let's say you created a guitar track, okay, and you don't want that particular tone. You want electric tone or you want a metal tone to the guitar track. You want to change the tone of the guitar.
So you want to change the tone of the guitar?
Right.
Your acoustic guitar?
Yeah.
No.
Let's say I don't have an electric, I have an acoustic. So
No. I will never recommend doing anything like that. Acoustic के ऊपर तो नहीं, but you can still try. ये जो है ना, this thing, this is the amp simulator, right? अच्छा, I didn't show you properly. So this is the clean channel.
Okay.
I have glassy.
Okay.
I have crunch.
Okay.
High gain metal. Insane.
So I can create my own tones rather than using the pre-recorded tones also. Is it possible?
This is pre
But it's a lot of work.
हाँ मतलब कि मैं काम छोड़ूँ, but yeah, you can do anything. You can decrease the gain, bass, middle, treble, everything. Even you can change the preamp. You don't want this particular preamp, you can change it by clicking it.
Okay. Let's say I have an electric guitar,
हाँ.
but I don't have a processor. So I can play clean electric and then use this to add effects to it.
Exactly. The current audio that you're using, that I am using, is the direct track.
Okay. So using, suppose I told you I don't have a bass, right? So I use my electric guitar to play the bass note and use this amp to convert it into a bassy sound directly.
No. Electric guitar is played one octave higher. तो पहले क्या करना पड़ेगा? You have to use a repitch in before it.
Repeat, reduce it.
हाँ, तो पहले रिपिच डालो, एक ऑक्टेव नीचे करो, फिर बायस एम्प खोलो, बेस एम्पलीफायर लगाओ. Now it will sound like a bass guitar.
Okay. Okay, fine. So this amp is actually inbuilt into Reaper. I don't have to download.
No, bias amp you have to download. Demo version. आ गया देखो.
How long is the demo version for?
अच्छा, it will work forever, but while you're playbacking, while you're editing, it will give you a 2 seconds का gap after every 10 minutes.
Okay.
Right? So demo version does not stop me from doing anything. Last में जब मैं इसको render करूँगा ना, तो demo version का फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. It will not stop me.
अच्छा, okay.
It will just kill the sound for 10 seconds. That's it. After every 2-3 minutes.
That's fine.
वैसे if you don't want to use this, Reaper has inbuilt amp simulator. Go here, write amp, AMP.
Okay.
कहाँ गया? Yeah. Either is convolution amp and cab modulator, you have a dual amp. This is the inbuilt one, and it is not that good, but it's like almost. Fender का है, Marshall का है, Mesa Boogie का है.
Okay.
So it is simulating. Technically, what bias amp, what it is doing, it is simulating an original amplifier, right? Basically, either use this only. Bias amp is the coolest.
Right.
We love it. इसके अंदर ही बहुत सारे cabs है. You will love the cabs.
Right. So the Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Valhalla. What is that actually? That's for delay, right?
Reverb.
Reverb. Okay.